Hi everyone, welcome back to my new little series of the autism point of view. Last video got a lot of views and a lot of positive feedback, and I just want to say I really appreciate it from you all, and I hope you're all getting something out of it from the last video and gonna get something out of today's video. And yeah, so today's topic, I want to focus on communication and what it's like on the spectrum. Now, personally, when it comes to communication, I tend to stumble across my words a lot, or occasionally stutter here and there. I have this train of thought, and when I try to get my words out, I just keep stumbling upon them, because either I'm just I don't know what I'm talking about, or I'm just not confident in myself. It's kind of hard to really explain on why I do it, or why anyone on the spectrum would do it. So I try to keep mental notes of myself on what to say. Sometimes I gotta script myself. Sometimes I gotta write down notes, what to say beforehand, and that's fine. A lot of people who aren't on the spectrum have to have notes or have a script. Whether they're a news anchor person or a celebrity giving off advertising a product, people need scripts to help convey a point or a message. And improv can be a difficult thing, whether you're on the spectrum or not. So yeah, there's that point where I have to remind myself what point I'm trying to get across, and try not to get lost in translation, because then the point I'm trying to make becomes confusing, and then it's just a whole pile of words just coming out and not making any sense whatsoever. Another thing that can affect people on the spectrum is how they communicate. So there's two ways to communicate in general: verbally and non-verbally. Now, non-verbally, some people have these voice amplifiers, where there's the computer talking or speaker talking when you type something down, or you have an iPad or some sort of laptop or electronic device, and you type it out and then you show the person what it says. Or you could simply just write something down on paper. But there's a lot of ways that people communicate, and people tend to have a hard time trying to get their point across, because as I mentioned, people stutter, some people are nonverbal. It's just it can be a challenge, and technology tends to make communication, life somewhat better. And communication on the spectrum, you can't let it be a setback or an obstacle. I didn't speak when I didn't speak when I was first born. Well, no one does, but I didn't speak until later on at a young age. I don't specifically remember when I started speaking at that young age, but it took me quite some time. But anywho, so when I did start learn, when I did get better at speaking, I've spoken at my school graduation ceremonies at the both elementary and middle. I tried to enroll from high school, but I didn't win it, so it got awarded to someone else. Oh well. But I did get a shout out, so I guess that counts for something. And I did get a notice from the city council, and that's a certificate and award. So that counts as something. So don't let people, hold you back and tell you, whatever obstacles or challenges or whatever it is that, like imperfections that may not, that society may not conform or may not see. You can't let those people hold you back and stop you from doing what's right or doing what it is you desire, because you'll never know your true potential or the limits on how far you can go with communication. Now, some people are just quiet and nonverbal by choice, and that's fine. That's just like how people are. I know I definitely can be, quiet and nonverbal at cases, especially in my experience going in school and college. It definitely makes your academic life a whole lot harder, and also social aspect a whole lot harder, because you have this idea of what you want to say, but you don't know how to put it into words, or you're scared to say it. When it comes to me, like, I'm kind of like afraid of being the first one to initiate a conversation or bringing something up. It's just that piece of me. I don't know why. It just comes with that. But I try to improve and learn, however best I can, to communicate better. And communication is key in life, however it may be, verbally or non-verbally. It's just important to know what you want to say, how you're going to say something, and sometimes you got to plan out what you want to say and how you're going to say something. So if you got to script down something or make notes of something, go ahead, by all means. It's not harming anyone. And if you stumble or stutter across the way, don't let that stop you either. Whether you're in conversation or you're like speaking in front of a large audience, there's always going to be an obstacle or two in the way. And if you let that obstacle get in the way of you, then what's the whole point of trying to do something in the first place? You gotta commit to it, you gotta put the effort into it, and you gotta show people why you're worthy and how you're able to take care of yourself and communicate with your own thoughts and feelings, because you are your own person, no matter what people say. You can't let others conform or tell you what you can or cannot do. Only you can do that. And there's just so much limits and what you can do to yourself. It's just how much you push yourself and how much you want something and desire. And it's just how much you want to get your voice or your word out there. So overall, don't be afraid to try and speak up or speak in general of what you want, or trying to make yourself notice from people, because communication is key, and it's important to let people know how you feel, and it makes a big impact, not just to yourself, but to others around you. Thanks for watching. Until next time.